People of all sizes, large and little, ladies and gentlemen, and folks somewhere in the middle, welcome back to Sushimi's house. I'm your loving host, Master Sushimi, joined today by my sweet sibling, Ice Ice Bubbie.
Hello.
And my good puppy son, Mr. President, aka Theodore Roosevelt, aka Teddy. And we are starting a new adventure. We're diving into Horizon Forbidden West. Thoughts, Bubbie?
I know nothing about this franchise.
Perfect.
Literally nothing other than I remember protagonist hot. That's it.
Awesome. Also voiced by Ashley Birch.
Oh, very nice.
And I think mocapped as well.
Cool.
Or at least like facial mocapped. I don't know about like...
Right, the moves.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Don't love that.
Jesus, it's chugging.
It's thinking about this game for the first time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, we're playing in English.
Espanol.
That would be wild.
That's right, this is Spanish class. We're not going to teach. We're just going to play a movie in Spanish with English subtitles. And you guys will have to figure it out.
God, remember that one Spanish class we were in?
How could I not?
It's amazing.
I'm wondering if we start that story now or
we'll dive into it after things pop off here.
Spent in the pursuit of knowledge. One question consumed me. How did our world come to be?
Yawn, I'm already bored of your story. I'm just kidding. I'm just tired.
The
I had a
old
bad day at
ones
work.
perished 1,000 years ago, triggering the extinction of all life.
Oh.
She showed me how it was reborn. A little outcast girl, ignorant of her own importance. Through her, I learned that life was only saved through a technological miracle. Zero Dawn. A terraforming system composed of 9 subordinate functions.
Oh, God.
Each playing its part to reshape Earth from a barren rock to a lush landscape. Tended and protected by the machines. And with her, I learned the deepest secret of them all. The secret of her birth. That she is a clone of Elizabeth Subek, Zero Dawn's creator. Born to prevent a new extinction.
I really appreciate the recap.
Yeah, wow. Thank you very much, game. Like, now I'm like, okay.
A malevolent AI. Given sentience by a mysterious signal of unknown origin. And with a little help from me. She prevailed in a great battle at the city of Meridian. Becoming a champion for all humankind.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
That is pretty tight.
But as useful as she has been, now, I must leave her behind. For as she strives to put right what Hades sundered, I have made a new discovery.
Hades, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's right.
One that
twist.
heralds both destruction and opportunity.
That's large.
Large, and I'm scared I wasn't that far off. I hope not. Silas, you seem cool. Or
Yeah.
Silen?
Silence.
Silence.
I think Silence. Or Silence. I don't know.
I already forgot.
I was trying to keep up. Yeah, fun fact. I played Horizon Zero Dawn. Didn't finish
For 5
it.
minutes.
No, for like 12 hours.
Oh, okay. You did actually play a decent amount.
I got to there's like a city where they worship the sun. And I think that's about as far as I got, which means I got to fight one of the T-Rexes.
Nice.
Bubbie has never seen the first game.
I saw like a trailer and was like, oh, that looks super cool. And then just never, ever even remotely close to, yeah. You were interested in this game. Hale, our good friend, was interested in this game.
God, Hale was horny for this one.
Jonathan, I want to say, owns this game. I don't remember if I think he's played very little. But Hale, they have played the shit out of this game.
You have a fox, like a real ass fox.
And then fake foxes.
Well, I was just thinking earlier today, like in the original game, I don't remember seeing like biological life forms besides humans.
Yeah.
What was the story we were going to tell earlier?
Oh, our Spanish class experience.
Oh, God. So, we obviously went to public school here in the States. And
Obviously, our personalities tell you all of that.
I'm
wow.
running out of time, Elizabeth. The land is dying.
Elizabeth. That's a bad. You forgot
I
the
mean,
H.
I mean, her name is Aloy
People
instead
are
of
suffering.
Alloy.
One more time?
Aloy.
They'll starve.
At least y'all
Yeah.
have that in common.
The names are bad.
Fucked up
like,
names.
All
Names
because
that
of a terraforming
didn't actually
system
do what they were
that's
supposed
spiraling
to.
out of control. And only I can
So-
fix it. Only I have your genetic code.
I guess I'm still confused, I
It won't
think.
be long before we hit the point of no
So they
return. And then extinction. I've been searching for months for what I need.
man, I really got to go back and play the first game.
The
Yeah.
AIU designed
I don't know
to
why we
control
thought
the
this was a good
system.
idea. We did that with No More Heroes. I don't know why we were like, let's do it again. Let's not
To
play
be fair, with No
Heroes.
More Heroes, I had
Every
played
time I
1
think
and
I have
2.
a lead,
I mean, fair.
it comes to nothing.
Actually, I'd played them to completion. Like, I had finished them.
And every night,
Oh.
I have the same dream.
Okay.
I'm walking under a brilliant night sky, through a field of flowers.
I keep thinking the cutscene's like about to end.
I know, me too. I keep being like, oh.
And when I arrive at the center, I see you, Elizabeth. Waiting for me.
So it's like
Even
your
though
mom,
you've
but
been
not, you're my mom, but
dead
not really?
for 1,000 years.
Interesting.
Yeah, kinda.
You're the closest person I've ever had to a mother.
But yeah.
That is definitely an interesting relationship.
I mean, yeah.
And for a moment,
Because, like, that's
I feel
just
whole.
you. You're a genetic clone. But that person was made sure that you were born.
it
They
never lasts.
gave you certain aptitudes.
Yeah.
They want to ensure that you do well and that by extension you help the world do well. Like, that definitely seems like a parental
Yeah.
figure.
Right. It's self-parenting because it's like Elizabeth going, okay, I'm not gonna live much longer, but I need to figure out a way that I
I'm always left
can,
alone.
even if this body doesn't live much longer, that a different form of me lives on and continues to fulfill what I wanted to fulfill.
Elizabeth said, I don't need therapy. I've got cloning.
Yeah, honestly.
The next me will just do better.
Elizabeth. I won't let it slip away.
So, okay, world went
The
extinct.
valley below is my only remaining lead.
Or there was
My last
mass
hope
world
to find
extinction.
a backup.
World
Right.
mass extinction. Sure, whatever.
I'll do whatever it takes to get it.
Elizabeth was like, I don't like that
promise.
vibe. I'm gonna create technology to help things get better.
Right. So she created something that was specifically geared towards terraforming. So making the world habitable again.
Savior of Meridian.
Right, and so now we see a lot of
You
flora.
know I hate being
No
called
fauna.
stuff.
Well,
Right.
consider it a punishment for
But
running
we
out on
see
us the very same night we beat
Mechanical fauna.
I grew up an outcast.
Yes,
remember?
and apparently those are there to tend to
Hades. Yeah,
the flora.
that
Yes.
one was in your honor.
And so,
Same.
Aloy,
Which is kind of weird to
So,
think about. Like, what purpose does a
what are
T-Rex
we
serve in preserving
Must be
the
urgent
Earth?
since you left so
keeping
fast.
the other mechanical things in check, maybe.
That seems
Delving
weird, but
So
alright.
they don't get
ancient
too-
ruins.
Too into it and take
Too
up
rambunctious.
too
Or
much. Yeah.
Maybe it has something to do with the blight.
I mean, I guess they can't fucking reproduce. Hold up.
Both, actually.
So there's like a limited
but,
amount of
I
each
should-
mechanical
Oh, no.
creature.
I've been tracking you a long way. It's okay.
It's hard to
After
say.
everything you've done to help Lenora and my family, I swore an oath to help you, no matter what. You're stuck
I like
with me
you. Varl.
Varl, yeah.
Bark.
Varl. Varl. Jesus. It's like Carl, but Varl. It's like you accidentally hit the V
I told
key.
you, the names are just bad. Straight up.
And I tried to hit the V key, but you're trying to hit the C, but you hit the
Okay.
V.
But
And you used to hit the X,
if
and
you're
you're
going
like,
to come with
fuck.
me, you'll need
You're
to be able
Varl
to see
now.
what I see.
Oh, I guess you got more of these at the end of the last game.
Focus. Never thought I'd get your second sight.
I'll give you another one later and show you how to back up your data.
Data?
Information on the device. We've got a lot to cover. I'll have to explain everything as we go.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You see like this all the time?
Since I was a little girl. Come on.
Interesting. Right,
Yeah.
so Aloy's purpose was to continue to maintain the technology world that was supposed to then maintain the terraformed world.
She's there as a failsafe. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if the terraform...
Shall we?
if Gaia, let's just call it by its name,
Yes.
starts fucking up, she's there to, like, keep it from continuing down that path.
Yes.
Teddy's
Alright,
being a very sleepy
gotta go
boy.
Teddy has
Scrapes
plopped.
on the way
He's
here.
officially given up on
We should
life.
find some medicinal
It's
plants
all
to
bad.
stock up.
Things are bad.
So it's time for your first lesson with the focus.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
This is a good reason to have a tutorial.
I like it.
She's like, well, you know, if I'm going to have you as, like, an apprentice...
Right, I gotta show
These
you how it's
plants don't
done.
look like the ones
Except
in the
jokes on
Sacred
this guy.
Lands.
We're about to fucking die during the tutorial,
focus
much like The
helps
Witcher
you see the
3.
ones we need.
Hey, don't do that.
I'm gonna. Alright, I can tell our Spanish story while you do this stuff.
Please do.
Because I'm not playing, so I don't have to know shit. It ain't Pokemon Snap. I don't gotta know a damn thing. So, we went to public school.
Bitter?
We already knew how to speak Spanish when we took Spanish. So you're like, I should take Spanish. Easy. Duh.
Well, so you had to have a foreign language credit.
That's right, we did. And,
like, no matter what.
but you took sign language. But that didn't count. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
I didn't take 2 years of it, and also
Well, even
like
beyond that,
a
it
lot of
wasn't-
colleges won't take it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yes, that's what it was. So, yeah, so, and then the other option was French.
We didn't have French when I was there.
Okay, so French came later. By the way, the teacher was terrible per Hale. Hale took French. And they were like, oh, it was awful. But anyway, so Spanish was the only option. I'm remembering now. So we were in there. We already knew Spanish. What mattered? Both Sush and I took a test to skip. So we skipped Spanish 1 and 2. And you took... Did you take 3 and 4 or just 4?
I took 3 1 year, and then
Four the
4
next.
was like an AP class.
Right, okay.
So it was
that's the same
supposed to be
thing.
like a full year.
Right, and that's the next. So that's what I did too. So I took Spanish 3 while you were taking Spanish 4. Yes,
Yeah.
this is all correct.
That's where we
Except the
used to
Spanish 4 class was so small.
By
That
so
they were-
small, by so small they mean you, Sush, and
go. These ropes here, but
one
Oh,
other
shit.
you
classmate.
can use the line to slide down.
Yeah, it was literally 2 people.
2.
One of whom was like destined to fail.
Yes.
Spoiler, it wasn't me, the native Spanish speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were like, okay, let's just host them in the same classroom and have the Spanish 4 kids kind of do like independent study, which again worked great for me, not so much for my poor fellow student who was like, I got
Yes.
this.
Right, like our Spanish teacher was cool, but like I don't think she should have been teaching high levels of Spanish, to be quite honest. She's very good
I mean,
at
she
it.
definitely, the combined classroom approach was definitely not a good idea.
No, God no, because
But I
she
think
had
it was
to-
like a budgeting
she
thing.
had to balance the 20 like Spanish 3 kids and then the 2 Spanish 4 kids. So at the beginning of the class, she would give you guys your independent assignments and then not really help you
Sorry,
during the rest of the
had to go
class,
deal with something.
and would kind of spend the rest of the
You were
class
talking
wrangling
about
us.
something before I left.
Right.
Find anything
Except to
good?
reach a point in the semester
surprise.
where
What are we after exactly?
anybody who taken the class before knew of this.
Well, it's an AI.
This teacher
It's
really liked
Explain.
this like
Think of it
tween to early
like a set of
teens
instructions
soap
that
opera.
guides the-
Tween's probably the best.
Tween is best. Called Lola. If you yourself are a native Spanish speaker,
Lola probably rings a
you
bell to
probably
you.
are well aware of Lola. Once Upon a Time is the name of the
Lola Érase una
Érase
vez.
una vez. And you're like, oh, Once Upon a Time. It was in fact a parody of Cinderella. First episode, she leaves the mansion, runs away, and drops one of her Converse.
You're just in trouble.
Her like marked on multiple stickers, clearly like.
God, I forget. She gets like fully run over at some point, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. It's insane.
That's early
Like,
on.
if
Like
you-
that's hard to call that a
Yeah,
spoiler. BT
like,
Dubs.
If you've watched soap operas,
good idea.
even the like very well-known, good and serious ones, even those you're like they're dramatic, they're a little over the top. This and many tween soap operas, but this one for sure takes the fucking cake. It's just bonkers. So this teacher would have us just watch. I think the thing was no joke, like 4 seasons. It was many episodes.
Pretty sure we finished it.
Oh, 100. I saw it 3 times. Because she would do this once per semester. So I took a semester of Spanish 3 and then an entire year of Spanish 4. And during that entire year of Spanish 4, I saw it in both
Looks like they left a focus
like
behind.
first semester and then second semester because my class was also combined with these Spanish 3 kids. Except we like was it combined? It was. We were also combined, but we were a slightly bigger group. We were Marcy was in there with me. We were, I think, 4 or 5 kids. So just like at least double what your group was. Spoilers, they all failed except me. Including poor Marcy, bless it. She's the only one that did not get a score of 1 though. Like all my other classmates failed and got a 1.
I mean,
Marcy-
that AP Spanish test is rough.
Marcy
man.
did
it's
not-
frustrating.
I mean, yeah, like I scored a quote unquote perfect score, like I got a 5. But I remember while taking the exam being like, I might not do so hot in this section. Like it's hard. It really is. I can speak, I can write. I don't even bother with accents. I do not write accents. I just don't remember where they go, and it takes me too long. Like I could figure it out, but it just takes too long. So I don't write accents, and that's obviously incorrect. So when you're taking like a real ass test to get college credit, like that loses you a few points for sure. But yes, I watched that soap opera 3 different times. I also played so many card games during that class because this teacher, again, being like chill and laid back. One day I happened to bring cards and we had a pretty laid back day, and I was like, hey, like, and then we just started kind of playing cards because we were like, well, we're done at work. And so we kind of made a deal with her. We were like, as long as we finish our work, we can play cards, right? It's okay. And she was like, yeah, sure, I don't care. Like, as long as you finish your work. And so we just finished our work within the first 10 to 15 minutes of class, every single class session, and then would have like an hour to just play cards. And it started like, oh, just Marcy and I, to like, oh, Marcy and then a couple of her friends. They're like, you know, and then oh, like, and next thing I know, we were a group of like 6 or 7 kids. And at that point, teacher was like, okay, it's getting a little out of hand. Like, this is a little too many of you playing cards at once. And I see grades are going down because you're trying to go fast to
Alright.
have more card playing
Now to
time.
craft some arrows.
And at that point, it stopped mattering because that's when Lola happened. Because again, every semester, we were destined to watch Lola.
Done.
And that took weeks.
Me too. Arrows ready.
Wait, so did people from your the Spanish 3 class join your Spanish 4 card game?
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
What's his nickname?
See, that seemed like a
I'm trying to think
recipe
his
for...
nickname. Is it Giggles? Was it Giggles?
Oh, I love Giggles.
A well-placed arrow can't.
I
knock
want to
free.
say it was Giggles that was in that class. Marcy was friends with Giggles. Maybe. There's a Chuckles.
Ooh, that's squirrely. I hate that.
Or was it Chuckles? One of them two.
I'm pretty sure Chuckles was a different one. And then
Okay.
Snickers was a third one. Y'all,
Oh, that's right.
So my class had...
Well, actually, do we want to tease the story of the laugh-related nicknames.
Yeah, you
for
know what?
Next time on Sashimi's House, more of high school stories.
Yep, next time at Sashimi's house, more high school sushimi. Later.
Bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, na 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 na